tomorrow.
I know. It's crazy. It's insane. We just are not used to this heat.
No.
It's just, I mean, the cats are laying on the cat and the dog are just like splayed out, and they're just like, they just aren't doing anything. They're just laying there. It's just so hot.
So are we getting all of your rain that you guys got a few weeks ago or a week ago or so?
We haven't gotten any rain.
No, we have no rain. We just
yeah, we are dry as a bone here, and the West is just going to be on fire pretty soon.
Like actual fire? Like you're gonna have wildfires?
Yeah, like the fires have already started.
We've had 3 fires in our little town in just today. It's 113 degrees. We don't get 113 degrees, and it was 109 yesterday, and it was 105 or something the day before. We set records like every single day. It's just really hot.
I'm a little scared for 4th of July, to be honest.
Oh, they're not gonna let people do fireworks, are they?
Well, let people.
Yeah. Right.
Unless we have a red flag warning, you're still gonna have idiots out there trying to light something up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, well.
Hi, Kyla. Welcome.
Hi. Yes, I'm in my robe.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I thought it was like a shawl thing. I'm still in my workout clothes.
Totally my robe.
I just got my shower in, so just so I can at least not stink for you guys. I
was gonna shower and I was like, oh, I'm so ugly without makeup. It would just be horrifying for everybody. So, we'll just save that for later.
We don't care.
Yeah, we don't.
No, it's really bad. Like, I don't have eyebrows. It's so weird.
I don't right now either. The way this light is.
Maribel, hi Robin, hi Sue.
Hi girls.
Hi girls. Hello. Hey Carol.
What's happening on? Cool. I think I saw Jen might not be able to make it. Courtney said she couldn't make it. And someone else, oh, what was her name?
Darcy.
Yes, I'm like, I've seen her name before, but she hasn't come in a long time. So yes, thank you.
Yeah, Darcy was gonna try, but her husband gets home like right now.
Mm. All right. Well, let's kick it off. We have a really packed agenda tonight, and we've got about an hour. And of course, we are recording, so I will get this posted hopefully tonight. I'm going to try to stay up and get it done so you guys can have it, and so people who are not on can have it. But I know I have a lot to share with you guys, and just hopefully to get you guys excited for Summit. We also want to talk a little bit about 645 again. Kim is not on yet, but I know Kim is helping with the launch. So we've got the 645 launch. So we're helping with posting, and then Denise is signed up with postings. If there's anybody else who wants to help or wants to help be like a chat monitor, and you're having a trouble finding the documents, let me know and I can tag you in the Made for More page. I did buy a launch plan. So it is from Pixel and Hue. And so I shared the Google Drive. And I think it should be open with the link now. I don't know what's wrong with me, but every single time I post the link, I always do it where you have to like request access. I think I fixed it, so you should be good. But let me know if you guys have questions.
And I made a new bod group for the 645 and tagged or put it in the group. So if you don't see it or you want to be a coach so that you can invite your customers, let me know.
And for the Take Action Challenge, when do we have to have bod group invites in? Like that might spur up some excitement.
They have to accept by midnight on Wednesday, the 30th.
That's what I was thinking. So if you want to get some points for the Take Action Challenge, so you can win the mixed fitness bike, because how freaking awesome will that be? You'll want to try to get people invited in there, but you'll have to be in there as a coach. So Lily has to label you as a coach in there.
So now let me just get a clarification. So is the group the info group, or the group is the group we're going to be in and bod for when it launches?
I think we'll turn the info group into the group.
So it will be info right now.
It's info right now, yes.
Oh, okay,
yes,
cool.
There's posts in there already. Yeah. So
So
We
it's an
just- Kim and
invite
I-
your whole coach office kind of thing is what I'm getting
Yeah,
at.
there's
Oh, yeah.
like 400 invites in there right now.
Perfect. All right, I'm on it.
No, that's smart. That's actually a really good point. We didn't really talk much about that. So, yes.
Well, yeah,
that's
Kim
really
was like, let's get some extra points for the challenge, and so I was like, I'll set it up. So
Well, it's funny because when I read that, I thought, well, wait a second, are we giving away prizes in the info group? And we're trying like more people for prizes? I didn't get it as the coach challenge that we're doing.
Gotcha. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, because okay, so let me clarify too. In the 645 launch plan, there is a prize section in there. We just didn't talk about it as a team. So I've been taking that language out. One, because I am horrible at getting people prizes. Like you can come to my house and I will give you like a basket of stuff. But me going to the post office, so like I'm always leery about that. I'm so bad about that.
I'm with you. I can't get to the post.
I'm happy to send anything out that anybody wins. Just tell me what and where.
I know. I'm like, I will send you money. I will Venmo you. I will PayPal you. I don't care. Oh, okay. So any more questions about the 645 launch info group at all? Okay. Hi, Beverly. Oh, Jen's on. Hi, Jen.
There's Kim.
Oh, cool. Where's she at? Oh, yeah. I have an extra window open. So sorry.
Hi.
Hey, I just shared about what we had talked about, Kim, making sure people know where to find the documents for 645 launch plan. So I know you, Denise, and I have it covered for the next few weeks in terms of posting. Lily, I think you've got all the BOD group posting. Are you doing all of them? So I don't think anybody else signed up. So
Well, I'm gonna help with Lily with that too.
okay, cool. Awesome. All right. Any last words? Anything with the launch?
Sorry, it's
645?
late.
We're all ready to go. We know
Did
where
you
to
guys
start.
do the sample workout?
Yes,
like
loved
it?
it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I am running late, so I had to do a shorter workout and then just got my streak in. But you loved it. Good to know. Okay,
Are you doing it tomorrow?
I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah.
Melanie's doing hers on Wednesday.
The first 15 minutes are stretching and talking. So
Oh,
there's, and he said that every workout has 8 to 15 minutes of stretching,
Mhm.
and
Wow.
Wednesdays are mobility, so more stretching. So
I just
I
ran
And
out of.
Autumn said this morning that it's considered intermediate for portion fix, even though it's 45 minutes, because it's so much stretching at the beginning. So you're not getting a full 45-minute hard workout. So keep that in mind. And also, Sean T announced that he was going to have a live Let's Get Up and a 645 workout with Amwala on Wednesday,
Oh, cool.
9 Pacific. He's supposed to release more information about it. So if you haven't done it yet and you want to do it, then you can get on and do it with him.
Cool. So
This was a
great.
bad month to go back to work on location. Bad month. We got Summit, we got all this stuff this week.
Yeah, it's huge. It's so huge with Body going public or Beachbody going public. It's just a crazy, crazy time. So just some reminders about key dates. The coach launch is July 6th for 645, and then the customer launch is July 19th. I've heard a couple people throwing around the ideas of starting on the 6th and then restarting on the 19th with their customers. I think that's something we all can just kind of determine what we want to do with our teams. But just something to be mindful of is I know we get really excited and raring up to do the program, but sometimes it is better to wait if you have more customers coming in than coaches so that you guys are on the same schedule. So just stuff to think about, but all
I
right.
like to start, Jess, because it creates FOMO and it shows your customers what the program is a little bit about, because sometimes it's hard to explain, especially a program that's this different than anything that we've done in the past. That's why I will be one of those that starts on the 6th, and then I will restart with my customers.
I have a suggestion. I don't know if you guys want to do a coaches only group. that starts on the 6th for those that want, because obviously that's the coach window anyway. So why not make that a coaches only like special group so that we can do it, be able to post about it like Lily is talking about, and then you can share and you can, be able to see what some of the moves are like, but then have an actual like start group. And Deanna and I were talking about even making it like August 2nd. So we have, the customer launch date, and then we have time for everybody to get their stuff, their bands, like get settled, get ready to go. Like it's end of the summer, sort of. So we have people kind of settling back into routine. Because I know we're excited about it, but if customers want to start, they might need like a week to think about it, or how customers are, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's just a thought, like, yeah, I think there should be a group for those that want to dive right in. But I think the majority, of people like customers and stuff, they might not want to start until like a little bit later in the summer. Just a thought we had.
Well, and with the 6:30 workouts coming out, they could do those right away as everybody's kind of coming into the groups. Then you have,
What's the 6? What's 6:30?
They
Oh, the
launch the same day.
6:30 will be in the Nutrition Plus, and they launch.
Okay.
They launch on the 19th. So then they have, there is new workouts to do. It's part of the new program.
Yeah.
And then, because there will be, some people are going to be waiting for the bands. But then, you can start in together. What we were talking about this morning is I know when I've done these longer groups like this, right? It's a bummer if you're not in on the first day, because it feels so good and especially you get the FOMO, right? Of like, oh, everybody else is finishing day 15 today. And if I don't get it done, then I'm going to be a day behind, and that sucks. And I want to get it in. And so I don't know, just because it's such a long program, it might be a little trickier.
There's also the option of having like a start each month, have a group start each month. If they didn't get in on the very beginning, they can start the next month, maybe mid-month each month for the next 3 months, have a group start, or just connect those people who are starting at the same time on one of the longer programs.
Yeah.
You know what I do?
Oh, go ahead, Beverly.
You know what I do in mine is that I do like a coach one that I usually start the Monday after the program releases. And then I have another start date, like the Monday after the customers can get it. And I keep them all in the same group though, because it encourages them, like the coach launch encourages the customers to want to do it. And I'm also putting new people into the same group too. So that helps also. But yeah, it kind of like feeds the fire. And then the people that aren't doing it, they're seeing people start twice. And the secondary people that start, they usually are like, oh, I get to do that next week. And they get excited about seeing it. So, I mean, obviously there's advantages to all the ways. So whatever you guys work, because I do mine separately anyway, but I was just giving that as an idea as to why I usually do it that way. And it works pretty good. And then, yeah, I do what Carol said. Then like each month I'll have more people start.
Yeah. Yeah. And something that I think spurred the thought with Carol and Sue about starting the relaunch, which I know I'm kind of jumping around on the agenda a little bit, but relaunching the coach plan was, I was sharing how in my hard as shit group, I've been doing, so that sounds really weird when I say it like that, but I've been doing, I did 2 rounds of it. So I did 2 rounds of posting, but this time I had only one person that was new come in. So what I'm doing is just tagging her in day 1, day 2, like I have them labeled. So day 3, but what I'm finding is that other people are coming back and commenting, even though they've already went through the round and they're not even really in the group anymore. So there's a benefit to having those guides in there of start here, start here guide, or if we're talking about doing something like this for 6:45, so that someone isn't having to schedule posts all the time, you just have the same posts up there, and then you just be mindful to go tag your 3 new people on day 1, day 2, day 3, so it's just a way to keep people engaged, but it's just another idea. Again, I think we can figure out what works best for having such a large group, and just kind of go from there. But lots and lots of ideas. All right, and I didn't welcome Kyla. So Kyla has been doing workouts with me for a while, and she's here. She just signed as a discount coach because she absolutely loved the products and was like buying Recover, and like she just got Orange Recover, and she just got. I'm like, girl, you need to just get the discount. You were spending way too much money. So she is joining us for the first time, but she's been working out with us almost every morning for a few months. So just wanted to welcome her. I forgot to.
Hey,
Hi, Kyla.
everybody. Hi.
I like seeing your face, Kyla. I'm used to seeing just your name across the screen.
Because I'm like running around in the morning like a crazy person. You guys would be dizzy if I had my video on in the morning.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's nice to sit and relax and watch and listen for once.
Yes, absolutely.
So Jess, is
Yeah.
part of your agenda what we had talked about trying to do some kind of relaunch for those of us coaches that want to relaunch? Okay, you haven't got to that yet, have
Yeah,
you?
well, we can go ahead and talk about that now, because
I
I'm
don't.
going to talk about some success tips for Summit that I learned, and I think it would be really helpful to share again as we talk about training, and it gives some practical things for us to do over the next few weeks before Summit comes. So yeah, I think so. I don't know, Sue, do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Well, I can just basically share what we had talked about. So I know Carol and I were talking with Jess about the fact that we feel that our coach business has somewhat stalled for various reasons. Mine is just I get too busy with work or whatever. How do I relaunch my business? So we were talking about that and thinking, maybe there's other people that are interested as well, and possibly seeing if what resources are out there for us. And do we have anything as a group for new coaches to say here, when you're a new coach, start here, that kind of thing. So I don't know what your thoughts are.
Yeah, so I think it's a great idea. And I know Jen and I have put our heads together and we're like, we're going to do webinars. And it's just, life happens. So I think one thought I know I have around this, and I'm open to hearing what other people think, but having in the Made for More, we just have, again, guides in there of start here. Here's what week 1 looks like for a new coach. Again, I know there is some content already out there that, like, I think the coach collaboration, Lily, that you have also, that the content creators, the Done For You post has a new coach guide. And I'm like, maybe that's something we can just purchase, tweak it a little bit, change the name, make it Made for More, and just change it up a little bit. But it gives some places for people like Kyla, who's brand new and might want to take the business and run with it. Who knows? But it's so time consuming to try to walk people through every step of the process. A lot of us have been here for years, and some of us have been here for months. So, Pixel and Hugh has one too. So yeah,
I have it. Like
Oh,
I
you
purchased
have
it so we could use it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just a
so-
slideshow, and it's pretty simple, which is nice.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and I just figured with Made for More, we're all already in there. Instead of directing people somewhere else, we can just say, here's a new coach. Like as soon as you get a new coach and you ring that monthly bell, we can just say, all right, new coach, tag in here, start here, check out these 7 days of posts or whatever, and let me know what questions you have, or however you want to coach your coaches. But at least it's a guide for them for like the first 21 days or 30 days or whatever, just to try to simplify it. And because Carol and Sue wanted to go through that themselves, I figured it was a perfect time to kind of collaborate and get those posts up and in there. And finally, get a new coach launch for all of us to be able to use. So I think, Sue, you and Carol had said right after Summit, like the Monday after, which is the July 19th, same day as customer lunch for 6:45. So, I think I want to go through it myself. I know there's stuff I always relearn, and I can always be a learner. So I'm happy to help. And I want to check the chat real quick. Yeah, Lily said it'll be less overwhelming as well. Yeah, instead of directing to other groups or again, and they'll be able to see the community because they'll see other people's comments and posts, and it's just a way to just kind of get people all in the loop. All right, so
one thing we did talk about though was, you know, what if Facebook just all of a sudden goes away? Like it could, you know, should we put the, I mean, I know we all love Facebook, especially groups, but should we put this in a bod group? Perhaps just have a bod group open and put everything in there as well, so that if, you know, if we had an emergency and we needed to, you know, get people connected to that, have that as an option as well.
I like that idea because it also teaches them how to use bod groups as well.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that with body and everything that's happening, it might become more relevant and more, I mean, who knows what Carl has coming down the pike, but it seems to be a lot. So.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Speaking of bod, I don't know if everybody knows this, but today I just realized that you can directly access your back office, your customers' email. Like I had before been going to my back office, looking up my customers, copy and pasting their email into bod. And today I realized that you can just scroll and click, you know, back office or customers or whatever. I put 267 people in at one time. Like, I know that's not right. I was just messing around. Like a lot of those people I don't know, and I'm gonna have to go back and go through it. But I just, that's 26. No, how many is that? Like, yeah, that's 26 raffle tickets I got for next week. So
Yeah.
Just be careful that if you uploaded your contacts, if you click that list, it will invite everybody in your phone. Because I almost did that.
I didn't know that. Oh no, I didn't know that. That's funny. I didn't do that one.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Mom.
if you do that from your phone, yeah, it'll do
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Hilarious. That's really bad.
Well, you just
I'm
have to be
laughing
careful.
really
You have to filter. You have to filter.
I did feel really bad. I mean, first I went through my old groups and I added my coaches and then I added my people and stuff. And then I was like, who else can I add? And then, you know, and it's not like Facebook that would have frozen me. So it was interesting anyway.
No, that's great though, because I'm sure there's people that didn't know that option, and I kind of forgot about it. And I really, really want to win something. Someone from this group has to win something. I mean, for Blake's sake, I cannot believe every time I'm like, okay, my name's not in here. Where's my friends? Where's all my friends? No, what is going on here? Next week.
And also because there's multiple coaches in that group, make sure that you make the invitation your own by putting your own phone number so they don't get mine or Kim's. So
yeah,
just make sure you change that invitation before you send.
It has your phone number in there?
Yep. Did you send my phone number to all your customers?
I didn't see your phone number. Nobody's ever called
it's at the bottom of the. It's at the bottom of the invitation.
Did it have your name?
Time I did it.
I didn't see when I scrolled.
Well, the only reason why I know that is because Robin had sent something out in the last Let's Get Up group, and I went to invite somebody, and I almost hit send, and I was like, wait, that's not my name. And so, because she had invited somebody before in the group, and so when there's multiple coaches in there, it had saved in the last Let's Get Up group whoever had sent the invitation. So you just have to change who it's from, you know, the name at the bottom of the information or something.
Well, Lily, you probably got like 267 and new people that are going to want to work you.
No, because it shows that you invited them. It has,
Okay.
I went in there today to see how many people needed to be. So you're good. It's the invitation that they, like the email that they get, that has the information, because it says, please contact your coach if you have any questions or something at the bottom.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, just the messaging. You'll be all right, Kim. People don't read anyway.
I like the message. I was like, that's a good one. Okay. Yeah. I don't need to change that. I just didn't didn't scroll down enough, I guess.
It's at the bottom of the second box that you fill out.
All right, so I won't talk for very long because I don't want, you know, to have to talk for very long. We'll still have some time at the end of our call to finish up with the last few agenda items, but I really, really want to get you guys these success tips for Summit. So everybody knows success, or Summit is July 14th through the 16th, even though it says different dates, it's the 14th through the 16th, so Wednesday through Friday. And be mindful that we have 40,000 working coaches right now who are all going to be sharing about Summit over those few days. So we want to get ahead of that game and start sharing right now. So one of my biggest tips would be to start sharing some pictures from last year, or well, not last year, the year before. You can share pictures from last year, but it wasn't as cool because it wasn't in person. But share some of those pictures that you might have. If you don't have any or you haven't went to a summit before, borrow some from the team and, you know, just share like, I'm not with this team this year because we're all virtual still, but next year I'm going to be there in person, or I'm going to make it happen. Stop. Sorry, my children are being turds right now. Anyway, so that's just really, that's the only tip I have for you. That's it. I told you I was going to talk long. I'm joking. No, there really are 15 different success tips. So it's talking about now, during, and after Summit. So right now, what are some things you can do? Well, if you haven't registered yet, do it. Even if you're not going to be able to attend, or you have to work, or you're going to be, you know, out of commission, you're not going to be able to do anything, you're going to be busy, make sure you're registered. That is the biggest thing. It is totally free this year. And if you paid money, then you get your money back, or you should have already gotten it back, which is pretty awesome. Save that money for next year, or put it in your body stock, whatever you need to do. But that's going to at least get you the links to the recordings so that you'll have those for afterwards, or you can watch later. The second thing that you can do right now is really just recommit to your journey. Again, like Lily said, create that FOMO. And that's what we have to do for people right now, is recommit, whether it's just to your nutrition. Kim, I know you've got this really awesome 75 hard coaching thing starting on Thursday, whatever day July 1st is. That's something that we can talk about and share about and talk about coaching. Maybe it's just 30 days of Shakeology, or 7 days of Shakeology. Maybe it's something that you've been slacking on. Just talk about the Live It Up or the Clean Week, or just do something that's smaller if you need to do more bite-sized stuff. You know, be nutrition focused, whatever it is, but just start sharing that journey that you're recommitting to and talk about it. Show up in your stories, show up on your page, make sure you're consistent, and then talk about the good and the bad and the hard. And I think sometimes we want to show up and just show up and say, here's my workout, I did it. Talk about the hard stuff. You guys are really good at that, you know, coming on your story and saying, oh, my kids were climbing all over me today, you know, and it's just sharing those vulnerable pieces are really helpful for people to see that this isn't just easy for us just because we've been doing it for years and years. So that's just 2 tips there. And then the third one is start sharing daily and talking about coaching daily. And I know this is a very hard thing for people, but we're all here for a reason. We have been, again, we say this all the time, we show up every week for a reason on these calls. Why did you show up tonight? Like, really think about that. We're all very, very busy. There's something in you that says, this is possible, I can do this. So what is that? What is that for you? And then talk about it and share it with people and position yourself so that people know you're a coach, and also know that they can join you and that you can help them. Like, that's the biggest thing too, is, do people know that you're a coach? Do people know, you know, most people know that maybe you're a T-ball coach, like Kyla. I'm sure people knew you were a T-ball coach. How'd they know that? Like, how do they know these things about us if we don't tell them, or if they don't see it? So making sure to share that is really, really important. So one idea, what I thought was really cool about showing coaching and showing up as a coach, is really just either screen recording your groups. You can screen record 2021 day at a time. You can screen record this right now and say, this is how I'm showing up as coach today. You know, I've had a really busy day, but this is what I'm doing for me because I'm diving into this community, and like just sharing that stuff. So even just going through your bod group and saying, look, this is what all these people have been doing today. Here's everybody who checked in, and really just showing people what they're going to be able to get into with you and what you can provide to them. I just think that's really cool and a really simple way to show people what we do as coaches, and then also what they get so they can see a little bit about what they're going to be a part of. And then have a plan and share what Coach Summit is. Again, Coach Summit can be really confusing for people. You know, I'm sure we've seen other multi-level marketing companies who have these conferences. So make it exciting. What is the big things that are exciting for you about Summit? If you went to one in the past, what is your favorite part of it? I hear all the time that people love the Beachbody Challenge, which is when they get to hear the people losing hundreds of pounds, and you see them up on stage and they get the big $100,000 check or smaller checks. I mean, those are a big deal, and those before and afters are what people really, really hone in on. So just remembering that, and then just sharing what you really enjoy about it. just so people know what it is and that it's not just a place where we're going to go and we're going to do workouts, which we are, but it's a lot more than that. So I want to take a pause and just see if anybody has any questions or if this is helpful at all. I have a couple more tips to go through, so I just want to make sure that I'm not boring the hell out of you guys. Okay. I see one nod, so I think we're okay. It's helpful. Okay. So the idea around sharing what Coach Summit is talk to people about, there's a huge, yes, Deanna, I can post the tips and made for more. Yeah, I typed them all out today, so I can definitely post them. So you guys don't have to write them down right now. So again, sharing your favorite parts about Summit, going back to pictures from a couple years ago, sharing, you know, how like I've met Carol in person. I met Deanna, we met you like in person. Sue, we met in person, and like, we were not in this space together. So it's just so funny how we've evolved and became friends online, even though we've met in person before. So just again, sharing those really fun things. And then if you don't have a team or you've never went to Summit again, just remind you that you can talk about, you will be there next year. This is the team I'm going to be with next year. We're going to be having dinner together next year, having fun, working out, sweating together, like all of the fun things. And then talking about retreat stuff or team stuff. So I think a really good example of this is Kim, you're doing the tank tops for us right now. So we're all getting tank tops. Like, how fun is it that we're all getting matching tank tops? Like, I just think it's super fun. Like, people want to be a part of that. They want to feel like part of the community and like they're involved in something. You know, again, we're all so busy and we've got moms of infants. We all are coming from different places too, which I think is really cool because there's a variety of us in here. We all have different backgrounds. We all have different interests. We all are at different phases of our lives. And I think it's really important to share about that and how we are all different. So people don't think they're coming in with, you know, again, how many times do we hear that all the top coaches are blonde and they're beautiful all the time, you know, and it's not really true. We're all top coaches. We just have to put forth some effort. So just some things to think about. And then don't forget to remind people to say, again, kind of using the Trina method is, I'd love for you to be here with me next year. So saying, I would love for you to be here with me next year. Like, again, we all weren't here in this space last year at this time. I mean, some of us were, but some of us are new. So just be mindful of that too. And then during Summit, so obviously participation. Again, if you can't participate, don't beat yourself up. The itinerary is up. The sessions are not posted in terms of what the actual topics are, but it says session 1 through session 4, I think. The bulk of the trainings are on Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday is just a bunch of workouts. So it's a bunch of super trainer workouts. Most of the super trainer workouts are also Wednesday and Thursday and Friday morning. I think they're all 7 a.m. Central. So get those in your calendar. Like, what do you need to do to make sure you can either show up or at least you know about it? So like for me, I blocked off free time, like a free calendar invite. So at least I can see it. And if I'm able to participate or take some, you know, comp time from work, I can at least join in or at least check it out later. And then just set some reminders so you can juggle that or balance that if you need to. And if you can't make it, that's okay too. Again, we're all really busy. And then know what's happening and then when to show up. So if you earned a workout, or maybe you didn't, maybe you're just working out with Amala one morning and you're like, you just say like, I earned this workout as a coach because you did. Coaches are at Summit. We are at Summit. So just sharing, like again, creating that FOMO, which Lily does a great job of talking about that and sharing that with people. I'm busy right now. And then if you see your team being recognized, again, Lily, I'm pretty sure you're going to be recognized as Diamond, right? Yeah, so you know you should be because you hit it before May, I think. Well, either way, we'll shout you out because you deserve it. But that's something that we're really going to show people is the community, and like that's a huge deal. And so we want to just love on you and be able to share that with everybody. Like you hit some awesome milestones and you crushed your business this year. Everybody's crushed their business. I mean, just sharing all those little things. So just again, be mindful of that, remember, and just show people the community because that's what it's all about. If you guys need to just see the agenda or the itinerary, I'll just put it in the chat really quickly too. And then, so number 2 under what you can do during is take Summit seriously. Like it can literally change your life. And that's, so Cindy was the one who shared these bullet points and She was saying how she doesn't remember how many ecologies Ashley Molstead had or however many, people were on her team. But what she remembers about the moment when Ashley got Coach of the Year was her whole team coming on stage, cheering her on and doing a choreographed dance of how proud they were to be on that team. Like, really just think about that. How would you feel if you were like, all of us were up there on a stage together, cheering each other on because we just crushed it. Like, we have this amazing team. We've helped hundreds of thousands of people. Like, it's just insane the amount of stuff you can do. So it's not that you're chasing numbers or Success Club. You're chasing feelings. You're catching feelings. So try to catch those feelings and then share those with people so that they can feel that too. Because once they figure out what this is about and what opportunity that we have here, it's going to change their lives. They just have to see it and feel it for themselves. And you have to figure that out. And that's kind of the hard part of finding your avatar, your niche, or whatever, which we have plenty of trainings on that. So number 3 is involving your family. Now, this one's a little hard for me. Cindy does way better than I do with this, but she very much involves her spouse and her children into Summit. They do workouts together. Her husband does bath time every night while she gets on coach calls and does trainings and stuff. So I think the best thing about that though is showing your community and your followers that your family is taking you seriously. Because if you're not taking yourself seriously, your family's not going to take you seriously. So just being mindful about that and letting them know that and just showing them that this is real. Like, you guys know how long it took me to get my husband to agree to a Monday night team call. I'm like, I have to do this. And it took 5.5, 6 years. I mean, it took a long time for him to understand that this is not just something silly where people are selling Avon, which Avon is great, by the way. I just threw that. Okay, so again, involve your family if you can, even if it is just as simple as the workouts, but also the team culture. So what we can do together is we can jump on Zoom. We do that very well anyway, sharing those pictures and things. So just being mindful of those and just remembering to share those out or tagging other people on the team. So if someone else is super busy that work day or they just have a really busy day, it's really easy just to add it to your story. So that is always really helpful. Okay, and then number 4, do whatever it takes to make it feel real for you. Again, if you just your schedule might be jam-packed that week of Summit, that's okay. That's why we have a team here to help pick each other up, help fill each other in on what happened or the big key points. Try not to overwhelm people. One thing that Cindy said, which I thought was really cool, was a couple of her girlfriends got together and they went to a flower field and took pictures of each other, again, because those are really important pictures to have. So you can use those throughout the year and reuse those content. And I remember seeing that at Summit. I've never felt so comfortable about having my phone out and taking selfies than I was at Summit. There was people up against vine, bushes and stuff, gorgeous photos. I'm like, they looked like they paid several $100s. So never, ever, ever doubt the power of having a friend and an iPhone or an Android. I'm an Android user. So just never, ever doubt that, because it is really helpful to have those kind of things in your library and in your albums. And then number 5 is just take notes on what's important to you. Again, those who have been to Summit know how overwhelming it can be and how much content you get. I mean, it's exhausting the amount of stuff you get. Can we do a team happy hour during Summit? Of course. I think that's a great idea, Kim. You know I'm always down for happy hour. I think that's awesome. But I know a lot of us who are working or, not even working. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you have a busier job than most of us. But a lot of us are just really busy. So trying to focus on those small things. And again, chasing those feelings, those things that make you feel different, voice memo it to yourself. Say, this is what I just learned from this. And then you can play that back again and actually hear the inflection in your voice 6 months down the road when you've lost momentum, and you're like, I need to find my fire again. Go listen to yourself. What did you tell yourself during Summit? This is going to be awesome. This is what I'm going to use. These are these takeaways so that you can, again, hear that in your own voice. Thanks, Melanie. I'm almost done talking, I swear. And then after, so what can we do after Summit? So again, as we always walk away with so many ideas, I think the best thing to do is a brain dump. 1, do a brain dump for yourself. dump the information. Again, I'm finding so much benefit in voice memos, even to customers. I mean, you guys, I am so awkward. I will say the wrong things. I think I said a cuss word to somebody who would never cuss in front of the other day. And I was in the car with Jesse, and which was also awkward because I'm like talking about Beachbody on my phone. And I'm just telling you, it still saves so much time. And also being mindful of the people you're around. You're not buried with your face in your phone all the time because you're like, done. That's done. You can talk to them later. So do the same thing for yourself. Make it easy on yourself. And just find those 1 to 2 things that you just really get most excited about with Summit. Those takeaway things that you can actually implement. Not the 600 things you're going to learn about, but what are the 1 to 2 things that you need to do to move your business forward? And then the other thing I thought that was kind of cool thinking about that, because sometimes it's hard to narrow it down, like 2 things from Summit that we can actually move forward. So think about it like this. What did you hear? What will you hear or learn that gets you so excited that you don't mind sacrificing your Netflix shows? Like, you know how that, you guys have had that feeling before when you're like, I am so excited about this that I don't even care about this show or watching Manifest or whatever you're watching. Like, that's the level of excitement that you need. That's what you need to focus on. And then, of course, don't get overwhelmed. That's why we have this big group, is because we get to ask questions and bounce ideas off of each other. And so I think it'd be really helpful. And again, we can talk about this as a group too, but really talking about our Summit next steps at the July 19th call. Again, July 19th is going to be a huge day. It's going to be a really busy, overwhelming day with launch and stuff, but it's still going to be really important for us to talk about those next steps. And then for people who weren't able to join in live, we can kind of close a loop and help, each other just fill in some of those gaps. And again, trying to stay focused on those few things that we can do and put the blinders on those things. So again, if maybe you're like, I have 6 things that I want to focus on. Great. What are the 2 you can focus on right now? Again, it's July, it's August. Kids are going to be going back to school. What are the 2 things you can do before school starts or whatever? So trying to be those accountability partners for each other. And then number 3, I'm almost done. I've got 2 more after this. Find a friend or a group and talk things out. Again, I think the brain dump will be really helpful with that. So talking things out together. I know I benefit a lot from, what do we call our morning therapy sessions, where I can just vent and just share and just really just get it all out. And then of course, utilize the team. Again, we have this team here. We're going to not use each other, but we're going to utilize each other and learn from each other and grow and move things forward. And then the last tip is just do the damn thing and go for it. So a lot of times we let other people's perceptions of coaching or whatever it is really stall where we want to go and what we want to do. And sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're like, no, I know where I'm going. I've got this. But there's sometimes when we let that doubt creep in and we're like, I haven't hit Success Club yet. I've got 2 days left in the month. So it's like, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. No, you are all cut out for this. You can be wherever you want to be a year from now. You can be, we've all heard people going diamond in 90 days or whatever, less than that. I'm sure we've heard records. It just takes structure and action and some organization to your business, to what makes the most sense for you. And I think another thing for me is giving myself permission to go for it. A lot of times I'm asking permission from other people. I was just telling, I think, Beverly this morning, like, my full-time job has been very overwhelming lately and just taking up a lot of my time. I haven't been able to do a lot of coaching stuff. That's my fault. I have a 37.5-hour work week, but yet I work probably 45 to 50 hours a week on that job. Why? No one is making me do that. So like setting your own boundaries that you need to set, whether it's telling your kids, I need you to go play with, I need 30 minutes to do this, even if it's just your workout, whatever it is for you. And then I think the last thing is just remembering that we're stronger together. And I just wanted to tie that in with our tank tops, because I think it's so true, you guys. I seriously love every one of you so much. And I talk to you about you to my husband all the time. Like, we are best friends because we hang out all the time. And I just really love you guys. And I just hope that we can have an awesome year together. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, I'm not a speaker, if you can tell. My voice is crackling. Somebody's going to a wedding. I'm trying to look at the chat. Nutrition happier. Okay, yeah. Good call. We're canceling Nutrition Happier the week of Summit. That totally makes sense.
So does that mean we want to try to do a happy hour on the Thursday, during the Beachbody Challenge? Maybe, would you guys be interested in that?
Yeah,
That'd
that'd be
probably
really
be the
fun.
best time to do it because we can talk during that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In other
Be more-
sessions, we might not want to talk.
Yeah, it's kind of casual, a little
But-
more casual. That seems like a good time, I think.
Yeah, I love that idea. Cool. So if you have to work that day, tell your boss you're taking a late lunch.
Well, those are specific times. So it's 4 to 5:30 Pacific time. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Oh, is
Never
it
mind.
specific? Well, still, that'll be
It's-
easy.
yeah, that would be a late lunch, 4 to 5:30.
You won't have to take off work. It'll be perfect.
I won't have to because it'll be 7:30, or 7
I
o'clock.
thought it was 6 Central, the Beachbody Challenge. So 7 Eastern.
I thought I just looked it up on the link Jess gave us. It said, did I read it wrong?
I'll have to go back and look too, because I
I can.
didn't look at those.
It says 4 p.m. to 5:30 on the agenda link.
Those are all Pacific, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
all times
Yeah.
listed are Pacific time.
So that would
Right.
be 6 Central,
6 to
7.
7:30.
7 Eastern, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
7 Eastern.
Yeah, 7 Eastern.
Cool. I think that sounds like fun.
Sounds like a plan then.
Cool. Okay, any questions? I will share all of these notes with you guys. I will just put them in the Made for More under the recording, so you guys can have this and do whatever you want with it. I know it was a little helpful for me to think about. I'm a procrastinator and I would want to not talk about Summit until like Wednesday the 14th, and so I need to talk about it right now. So hopefully that was kind of helpful for you guys.
Yes, no, let's make sure it's the same.
Stop.
Please.
Oh my God, hold on one
I
second.
really don't know.
Well, while she's a little busy, we're talking about sugar on the nutrition call this week. If anybody wants to jump on, I know a lot of the people who attend the call are pretty excited about it. So we'll be talking all things sugar, how to find the sugars, what the sugars are called, what the sugar does.
Ooh. That's exciting. Good to know. Thanks. Sorry. I don't know why my kids can't smell the food and tell if it's not good or not. Anyway, mom's job is never done. All right. Let's see what else we had. Okay. So another thing that we were thinking about, and I did already do one of these, which is change the name of our chat thread. So we've got a couple chat threads going on, and I think it might be getting a little confusing for some people. We were hoping to condense and combine. Yeah, that's the same thing. Combine into one. So I was just thinking the Made for More Team Cup chat. I took the word cup out and is now Made for More Team Chat. And then we can do away with the, what was the other one called? I'm totally having a brain fart, and I created it, and so I should have remembered.
Talk me off the ledge, I
Something-
think,
yes.
or something.
Because that was intended to be like, I'm getting ready to eat all of the Oreos. Somebody save me. So we can just do away with that one and have the one team thread. So I just wanted to share that before I delete. I think I can delete a chat. That we will just.
I think you just archive it or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if you see anybody who's not in there that needs to be in there or that wants to be in there, please do add them in. I think anybody can add people into the chat. So that was that. And then another thing that we talked about was the meeting time. So we've been meeting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. Our Eastern folks, because we actually have a really good balance of West, Central, we've got some Mountain Time folks and some East Coast people. And we were wondering, because our East Coasters don't get off of the call till 9 o'clock of their time, if we wanted to do like a swap of maybe starting at 6:30 some weeks, which would be a 4:30 Pacific. So just swapping the times from half an hour. Sometimes we'd start at 4:30 Pacific. Sometimes we start at 5 Pacific. I have realized it can get probably a little confusing, but I just wanted to check with people because it really could help some of our East Coast people get to bed on time.
I'm fine with moving it permanently.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Doesn't
guess I
matter.
didn't realize we talked about swapping, like, or alternating. I think we just like try the 4:30 or whatever and see if it works and stick with it. Cause I think changing it up is gonna get way too
Yeah, I
confusing.
agree.
I agree.
So, but yeah, I'm open to 4:30.
You guys on the West Coast though are okay with that? It won't
4:30.
won't come into your day? It's okay.
Yep. Well, it's Melanie, Deanna,
I got
and
nothing
right
but time.
now.
I can stop my nap early. Yeah.
Life goals. Okay. So what about Midwesterners? That'd be 6:30. I know sometimes dinner time for people, that's a struggle. Is that going to be a huge issue to at least try this out for a few weeks? And like Deanna said, if it works for people, we can stick with it.
There might be times where I'm running kids back and forth, but I can always call in. So,
Okay.
yeah.
You're good, Beverly? Okay. And Kyla?
Good.
Okay. And I'm sure for our East Coasters, I would be jumping for joy if I were you guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to go to bed.
Yeah, thank you guys. We appreciate.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So,
Thank you so much.
oh, see, okay. So if there are things like this, that is what is great about our team. You guys definitely bring stuff like this up. Again, this is a team effort and we can be flexible as much as possible. So
My husband has been telling me you need to find some East Coast people.
Aw. Well,
Yeah, and I'm like, no. I said, there's, yeah, I'm like, no. I said, there's East Coast people in there, but these are my friends and I'm staying. So, yeah, no.
Are you going to talk about the workout Zoom link as well, Jess?
yes, for Saturday that we're talking about. Yeah. So I'm going to
just permanently.
Oh yeah. I didn't share that with the group. I didn't even think about it. So yes, thanks for bringing that up. So this morning we implemented a change. So I've been doing a 5:30 a.m. Central Time, which is 3:30 Pacific. Nobody's up that early, I hope. But what I did was I combined mine with Lily's. So all I'm doing is getting on Lily's Zoom call really, really early. But what that allows for is like people who are on my call, like if I have to hop off or, maybe Carol, like Carol, Sue, and I are pretty consistent, and Kyla's consistent with that morning time. But I've got one girl who comes in a little bit later. So we just combine the time. So basically there's a window of time open now from 5:30 a.m. Central till whenever Lily, you guys get done. Sometimes maybe even 9:30.
9.
I
think this morning it was 9. We were talking so much.
Yeah, I mean, so it's really just creating more of a virtual gym time that's open so that people can come in and out. And I think just sharing that with people, saying and like setting that expectation. Again, I'm not a ride or die person, so I'm like, what is happening? Who's going to be there? Do I have to have my camera on? So like just sharing that with people as an option. So if they want to come in,
and I think sharing with people too, that they don't have to get on at that time and start. Like if you need to do your workout and then join and say hi, or if you need to, there's some flexibility there. I think some people think that they just have to get on at that time and do it right then. And that doesn't always work for everybody. So yeah.
No, and also you can, if you have to get your workout done, get on and get your workout done and say hi, and no skin off of any of our backs that you're not chatting with us for 45 minutes like we like to chat, so definitely let your people know that that's not a requirement, that they have to feel like they have to chat with us.
So I'm wondering if we just have a link, because that's what they do in Platinum Presenters. There's just a link, right? And I mean, I have a paid account that's not a work related, I know Jess, I think you use a work related account, so I could use an account, my account, or whatever, because, I'm getting, if you're getting off at 9, Jen and I are usually getting on around 9. And, there's things like that where then whoever wants to even try it, there's only one link and it's our virtual gym link. And we can say, kind of when we're on, so people have an idea of when there are going to be people there. But maybe we just go with one link then it's not all these.
Yeah,
I like that.
Links.
So would that include my time too?
Sure. Yeah. The link can just be open.
Mm-hmm.
Just open.
Yeah, because the 5 a.m. Eastern is Lily's.
It's Lily's link.
Yeah, it's my link anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
and whoever, I'm happy to use it, or if there's another one that's open, that's fine too. we just can just talk about how you set it up so anybody can just kind of jump in there and, you know, there's no waiting rooms or things like that.
So mine is set up to anybody can log on, because I have a couple gals that log in early, like Maribel will log in early because she's Central Time Zone. And then one of my gals here in Seattle will log in with her and do workouts. And so mine's set up that anybody can log in. I get an email if there's somebody that I don't know that hasn't joined before. But anybody can get in there and work out together. So there's no waiting room or anything.
Yeah, that's a great, and Jenna just talked about just either making a new one or just changing the password or something, or I don't know. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that. Let's go to one link. It can be the Made for More virtual gym.
I love it.
Or whatever we change ourselves to.
Are we sticking with Made for More, or did you want to do Stronger Together?
Yeah, that's for another.
I think we need to change it.
I do too. We don't need to be associated with anything Hollis at this point.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Wasn't that a Hollis thing? Yeah.
Yeah, except for that's it's gone way past them though. It's gone way past them though. I hear Made for More in so many different places now. It's not just them. In fact, no. Yeah, Jen. It's like I hear other companies using it. I mean, like other, marketing companies. So yeah, but I do like the Stronger Together though. So but I don't know if anybody used that graphic that I made. So, and it was supposed to be for July, which that would make it be like one link. So if you wanted, I could redo it. I mean, I'm going to have to redo it for my group, but if you want me to redo it and put it in there and replace that one, I can do that if anybody else needs it.
I
was going to post it in our bigger group on the 1st. So yeah,
well then
I'll certainly use it.
Well then, so Lily, are you going to keep the same number with a different password?
Yes, I'll just change the password.
Okay. Do you want to?
And what do we want it to be? Do we want Stronger Together or something else?
I think we should transition to Stronger Together.
Okay.
Does that sound cool?
All lowercase?
Whatever
all
works.
Lowercase, or do you want the S and the T capitalized?
Do all lowercase.
Everybody care? Okay.
It's
all
easy.
Lowercase, Stronger Together.
Okay, so did we just rebrand? Because I wish my organization would have been that much simpler. I mean, I had to change my email.
It was like that.
And
we're really in decision-making mode tonight.
Bam, bam, bam. Let's do this. I love it. Okay, so I will say, I will change the team page to say Stronger Together, because that's what we are. Even though we are Made for More, we are also Stronger Together. And then I will change that chat thread, so it's not MFM, which always makes me think of swear words anyway. So anyway, okay. Oh goodness. All right, see, it's almost bedtime. We get.
When will the password go into effect?
Tonight.
When will you change
Tonight.
the password?
Tonight.
Okay. All right, perfect.
Cool. So
I'll put it in. Yeah. We'll have to put it in the chat and
So,
in the
but
groups and everybody.
It'll be the same link that we always use, but it's just going to have a different password. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
You could even just make it stronger too, if you want. So we're not typing. I'm just thinking about typing a lot.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I like that.
Stronger. Okay. Stronger.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Then I'm gonna have to figure out if I've spelled together right, and I'm like,
Like capitals.
Can I get the E? I don't know what I'm doing right now. It's early.
Okay, Stronger, all lowercase.
Yes, there you go. Decision number 17 has been made. All right, we have we have 1 minute left, but if anybody wants to hang out and talk about planners, Carol wanted to chat about some planners, so we can chat about that, but we totally understand if you need to drop off. Let's take a picture before anybody goes anywhere. I can't even believe I remembered that. That's like a freaking miracle. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you. Okay. And somebody else remember it. We got to have multiple pictures here because I'm a mess. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, so let's talk planners. Planners. Oh, I didn't throw up, but I threw in some guides into our Stronger Together page. So I put a planner one in there. So if people want to dump some ideas in there, they can. And I also put up a place to put that shareable graphics. So Deanna, I'll pull that bod upgrade one that you put in last week's chat, and I'll put that in there. So bye, Kim. Thanks for doing the t-shirt order. She's gone. That's okay. Oh, don't forget.
Wait, hold on one sec. Kim left. Shoot. Kim wanted to ask, I don't know who ordered the Buttercup shirts. She said 4 people ordered the Buttercup shirts. Anybody on here that's still on here ordered them?
Not me.
I may have.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna order it, but I'm open to the dumbbells like we talked
I
about.
might
so.
have. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. So okay. So for me, I would rather have dumbbells on mine than the flowers. And so,
Yeah.
but Kim said she had to talk to. I'll try to message her really fast.
I thought it was Mariana.
Yeah, I ordered one, so.
And the
Okay,
question
so
was, yeah, if
Go
you do the dumbbells instead, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So should I just message her and say dumbbells are great?
Yeah, that'd be super.
Yes.
What about, did anybody see the one that she had taken away that I had asked if anybody wanted, or that if we could do? She said if there were 6 of them that she could do it, but it was the one, something about working out to
work
burn
off your
off the
crazy.
crazy.
Oh yeah.
Work out to burn
crazy.
off your crazy. Did anybody want that one? No.
I think it's just you and I, Beverly.
All right, that's okay.
Maybe you guys could
I'll
just give them to friends.
I'll buy stuff for coaches then, because I have all the other shirts except for the Energize the Suck It Up Buttercup.
All right.
So are you gonna buy the rest of them then?
I'm just gonna buy the Stronger Together for a couple clients.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry to interrupt you, Jeff.
Well, but I don't have Venmo.
Was trying to
though.
catch her.
Does she have
I bet
PayPal?
I bet she has PayPal too.
Okay, I'll message her and ask her about that, because I don't
bet
have Venmo. I'm weird. I know.
So now that we're stronger together, now I'm rethinking maybe I should be, because I was going to order more of the Pretty Powerful for my new coaches, but maybe I should be ordering the Stronger Together for the new coaches. Oh man.
I know.
Oh, no.
Now I gotta change my order.
Right?
Sure. So are you giving every new coach a tank top?
Well, I did in December with the Pretty Powerful, but I didn't have as many then. So
Yeah.
That's a
Think
horrible thing.
develop.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So I need to kind of decide how I need to kind of get a pattern too, because I kind of like the idea of at least once a year. And so maybe I just do it with the new people who didn't get a t-shirt originally.
Yeah. Something to think about. Choices.
Yeah. Because then I also need to figure out my team name and actually do that.
Right. That's a hard decision.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So who has some planner ideas for Carol? And anybody else who wants to know about planners?
What kind of planner are you looking for? To log food, log workouts, or coaching?
Well, I sort of have a system already to kind of keep myself organized, because I generally get done what I need to get done in my personal life, but folding in the business and what I need to do there and setting goals there. And that's why the push journal from Shalene looks good, because she's, coming from sort of that perspective. But I just wanted to see what I've never really used a planner except for, 20 years ago in the Franklin Covey days, if anybody remembers that. So it's been a while. So just looking for planners or apps or I want it to be more than just like my to-do list though. I want it to be like helping me set goals or helping me, you know, journal and reflect and, you know, that too. So does that?
Yeah, I would suggest looking at Moira Kusaba's Rise Up Planner. Oh, yeah, Melanie just put that in there too. It's very much exactly like what you're talking about. It is very good, but it's very much doing coachable reflection. And again, Moira's top coach, so she knows what she's talking about, and it's targeted to your business. It's a little pricey though. Bye, Deanna. I think it was like $40-ish bucks. I remember.
So there's a section in the planner that has like a note section to where you can journal. And it also has that for every quarter as well. So.
Yeah, check it out. And she probably has some pictures of the pages on like Amazon or something. But if you want to know anything, I have one. Again, I started it and I didn't stop. I'm just bad about that stuff, but it is really nice. The one that I do use consistently is the one I shared, which is the Passion Planner. And it doesn't have coach specific stuff in it, but it has the work-life balance for me. Oh, Jen left. But that's just, I just like it. It's pretty, it's simple. It's got personal to-do list, work to-do list. I can do whatever I need. I have these giant Post-its, which I love. They're big. And so I put these every month on mine for the start of the month. And those are the people who are like my follow-up list. So someone's like, oh, get back to me in October. I have one in October and I write their name down. It's just simple, but it's also about $40. Oh, cool. It's on Instagram too, the Rise Up Planner. It is really good though. Carol, you might like that one.
Okay, and then there was one that Rachel Hollis did, right? Didn't she have a planner
journal?
Start today. Okay.
Yeah, and you can actually, you can get a lot of those at like TJ Maxx if you're just looking for something just to journal.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much journaling. I mean, I need to include that, but that's not the focus, I would say. So Start Today journal is probably not the right one. So.
And another thing, just made me think about this. Check out Etsy and see what they have.
I'm looking at it right now.
Well, because do you remember Marissa got me that 9-week control freak one, and it was like,
yeah, don't they have some that are like geared toward network marketing and different, and the different programs and stuff?
If you go to Etsy and just type in the search Beachbody Planner, there's a bunch of them that come up. So some of them are digital and some of them are not. So there might be one there that is gonna fit what you are looking for.
Hi, Kyla.
Bye, Kyla. Yeah, there are a bunch of them on Etsy.
Bye, Robin.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Robin.
I will say that when I started doing my journaling, it was a combination of journaling and also affirmations. And I think it was kind of what Rachel Hollis had done, I think. I mean, I did 10 things at night that I was grateful for from that day. And I've never stopped that in like 3 years. And it really does make a difference. But then what I would also do is the next morning, I would do 5 things that I was grateful for from the previous day. So I would remind myself in the morning. And then I would also and then I combined it with like, I think this was Shalene's, was my 10 goals that I was going after for just period for my life. Some of them were work goals and some of them were life goals. And then one intentional thing that would help me to cause a domino effect in what I was going after. And that part is like part of Shalene's push goals, because she'll have you list out all your things and then you'll pick one action that will move you forward. And if you take that one action repetitively, these other goals will start to come to fruition. And I will say that though I didn't achieve all of them, I now know, like looking back, if I were to go through, I achieved some of those goals that I was writing without even realizing that I was achieving them.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and I just did that in a
Cool.
regular notebook, like in a regular journal, like from
Yeah,
Five Below.
I think some of it is just needing a system for it. You know, it can be on a, you know, in a plain notebook, but yeah, having a system for it is sort of what I'm searching for. And maybe I just need to try a couple and just find, you know, a good fit. So
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
said this before.
I didn't want to spend the money on anything. So
Yeah.
I just did it myself. Sorry. I'm sorry.
If somebody still has energy in it,
it's okay.
But yeah, Carol, I know
He's been cooking dinner while I've been sitting here. He's been really good.
But Carol, like whatever works for you to keep track of your kids' stuff. Like, what do you do to keep? Because you're like super mom, so think about like the thing that you already do. Like, how do you stay organized?
Right, but what I see doesn't work with what I already do is that I don't have goals that I set. That I, like you said, you have to do those small things to get to those goals, because it's more in the moment. Like it's more in like this month, this week, this month. It's not that forward thinking, that forward planning, and then intentionally taking the steps to get to those goals. That's sort of a frustration I have with my life in general. Like it's just always been sort of in the now and having those, you know, goals out in the future.
So one thing that Cindy shared with me that helped, because I know we've talked about wearing multiple hats. We have challenger hats and we have coaching hats. And she said she would literally write down like, so here's a perfect example. I asked a girl today, she's asked me, she's like, I've gained, I think 4 pounds of muscle. I'm not really sure. I was like, well, go get a fit test, blah, blah, blah. But my question to her was, she has like an 8-month-old at home. I'm like, how do you go to the gym without like, what do you do? I have so many moms who are like, I just don't have time for it. And she's like, I make time. She's like, I always used to say I never had time. And I made it a priority to go to the gym. And I'm like, all right, girl, can I share this? Because this is amazing. Moms need to hear this because it's so true. So I wrote myself a note saying, share Nancy's story about being a mom. Like that's my coaching to do. That's what I have to do as a coach. So it sounds so stupid, but I have to write that down and I have to cross it off, because otherwise I will forget. Like there's so many little things to this business that we have to do that, like, write whatever works for you, whatever your method of remembering how to or when to do things, but do that. If it's putting it in your calendar, like sometimes I'll do like a daily to-do for coaching, a daily to-do for as a challenger. I'm thinking about with Kim's, same thing, Melanie, I'm right there with you. Same thing with Kim's, this coaching thing. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to force myself to do PD for 10 minutes every day. Otherwise I'm going to forget. Like I've got to get it in front of my face, and I'm dopamine hit, give me all those dopamine hits. So I want to cross it off. But it's for me, it was really helpful to hear that someone has to actually write out every little detail until they get used to it.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just, you'll get there.
I find for me that if it's not on my phone, it doesn't happen. So I mean, my kids' calendar is in here, our work calendar is in here, birthdays, anniversaries, follow-ups, it's all on my phone. And so reminders are awesome. And just, that's what works for me.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? I have a really cool app. I use the Out of Milk app. I don't know if you guys ever use that one, but it's really just a grocery list app. But I've
heard of it. Mm-hmm.
I have a widget on my phone that's my to-do list, but I also have a Coach Life to-do list. So like, I don't know if you can't really see it. No. So this is my coach list, and it's literally just a widget on my phone. But I can literally say, oh, I need to follow up with Mary. I need to follow up with Abby. I need to follow up with Cassie. Like, so when I'm on the go, because again, that's the hardest thing for me is what do I do when I'm on the go and I'm thinking about all these things. I'm like, oh, don't forget about this PD book that I heard about. Again, it's like the Coach Life. What do I need to do as a coach? What are those things I need to do? And then it's right there in my face tomorrow when I look at my phone. I don't know. It's just another idea for whatever might work for you.
Thanks. I'll go through these suggestions and check them out. Thank you.
So I want to hear back, because one thing that we don't do is follow up on these types of things. So Carol, I want to hear what planner you pick out. And I want to hear like what you're implementing. Like, I mean, what, like 2 months from
All
now?
right, I will report back.
Good. When? Wait, when? I need a deadline because I got to put it in my.
Oh my God. I probably need a couple weeks on that to
Okay.
figure one out and get it and start using it and see if it works or not, to get
Cool.
give you some data. It'll take me a couple of weeks.
Yeah. So I'll follow up with you like August 1st. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to
Sure.
put it in my phone
Sounds
so I
good.
don't forget to follow
Okay.
up.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, not to stress you out or anything, but just do the darn thing, right? That's what we're supposed to do. All right, everybody. Sue, you look like you're in a really cool bar. Is that your condo? Because it looks very cool.
It is.
I feel like you're like at this cool, like nice lighting. Like you probably have whiskey sour or something in front of you, or
Yeah, no, I don't have a whiskey sour, but it is. Yes.
it's adorable. So cute.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here and get this recording up so you guys can share it or go back and watch, whatever you need to do. Any other things people need to chat about?
No, great call. Thank you.
Yeah. Lots of good
I don't know
information.
who's on deck for next week for topics and stuff, but I'll have to look.
Okay. All right. You guys have a good night.
Bye. Have
You
a good one.
too. Good night.